Right, hi guys, welcome back to part 7. The audio is balanced, or at least fixed. I've got my mic on 100, I don't know what exactly I've got the game on, it's whatever it was on last time. But you should be able to, yeah, super low, but you should be able to hear me and the game okay now. So I'm sorry about the previous 6 episodes, I'm sorry I didn't check it sooner. Yeah, but... well, we're back and let's just get underway, shall we? So, anyway, you know how you can go to vendors and you can buy... okay, shit example. We can't buy any from them, but maybe Nessa. Nessa, come on, save me. No. You know how you can buy the 3 linked sell for chromes, right? Well, with 2 acts, guess what? You have double the chance, technically. So, if you're really sort of like tight for currency, you can literally just run back and forth between 2 shops. Every time you level, you can check both shops, and hopefully you can find at least one. Yina also sells items, and have I met anybody in the wild yet? No. Like, sometimes like the NPCs that you get for your hideout and stuff, we'll come to those later. It can appear down there. Anyway, Act 2, it's pretty big, as you can see. And there isn't like for example, there's 2 exits out of town. I'm going to show you the way I prefer to do. I don't know if it's the most efficient or whether it's the best or whatever, but it's the way I'm going to do it, and it's the way I generally do it. Right, yeah, feel free to like change this. So these are just some melee bears. Magma Orb will level. Summon Raging Spirit we're going to level up. So yeah, like a few hits from Summon Raging Spirit and the monkeys died. But yeah, if you follow this path up, I'll try and give you another like pointers as well. I think we've got over the gameplay basics now, right? Flame Totem. So 169 DPS to 191. Very nice. Yeah, look at it. These monkeys are getting wrecked. There is these stone guys, what are pretty tanky. And they do hit quite hard actually, so I guess out of anything, those are the ones to be scared of. And the bears are actually very tanky as well. I mean, look at this guy. He has an AoE attack as well, like he sort of attacks in a cone in front of him. Again, something perhaps to be aware of. Here we go, we've got a chrome there. I'll check this down here. That's Genesis, as I call him. It's probably not how it's pronounced, but it's what I'm going to refer to him as. There we go. Just stand there, nervously looking as he approaches. 12 dex. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. But yeah, if you follow this path, you will... the den. Oh, the Great Wise Beast. Yeah, we'll do this quest. I don't usually do this. However, what I'll teach you is, if you look here at the top right, monster level 14. I'm going to see what monster level this area is, because it might be a little too high for our character. Not that I'm bothered about dying, I just want to... if you guys want to play this in a hardcore league, feel free. So this is monster level 15, which should be alright. It's going to be a little trickier than out there, but that wasn't tricky at all. So yeah, we'll get this side quest done. I'm not sure, I can't remember what the reward is, but in terms of completion, I will show you all the side quests I can. And like then you'll be able to see what rewards and stuff you get. So it just seems like monkeys and spiders in here. Like the monkeys do seem to have rocks now. They've developed the ability to throw rocks at my face. A bit rude of them, but... and we're looking for a great white polar bear in here. If you do find a piece of armor with 20 quality, like superior, and it's 20% already, you only need that one. You don't need to boost it up to 40 for it to sell for one of the armor scraps. So that's why I'm mousing over superior stuff. They are slightly brighter with this filter, but I'm still scared I'm going to miss them. You can edit the filters, but I don't honestly know. I do know how to, but I haven't looked into it properly. My filter is what it is. Oh, actually, speaking of which, let's get my clarity aura the way. Get my mana regen up. I wasn't really losing mana then, which is kind of nice. Stand next to my flame totem, spamming spells. Another chrome there, we'll pick that up. I can't even bother killing that guy. If he still follows me to the next group, perhaps I'll kill it, but... we just want to find that white bear, actually, kind of get out of here. It's not hard, it's just sort of, I don't feel like I'm gaining much from it. And blues, I'm going to have to be a bit careful with these. But let's put my totem here so it can hit them all. There we go. If I run past my totem, anything that's wanting to chase me has to as well. Bloody monkey. We did gain a level, so we're going to continue. We're not going to continue down, actually. This is where we turn to the side. Both of these go the same route, but I don't know about like later on in the build, so I know the build goes across the top route. We probably could figure out why, actually. Increase cast speed, strengthen intelligence. Yeah, well, we don't need the weapons. Perhaps we do eventually go through this or something. I don't know. But we'll just copy what the guide says, because I know, like, later on it's a really good build still. There's the Great White Beast. So as you can see, he hits and is like a truck. He's got a lot of HP, deals a lot of damage. A lot of lightning damage is going to be very useful. Not that I recommend leveling stuff up mid-fight, but Ruby Ring we'll have a look at. Might have some nice stats. Everything else I don't really care too much about. And the bits, they're nice enough to leave you a way out of here, although it does put you a bit, again, in the middle of nowhere. Oh crap, it actually puts you into the middle of a pack. This guy seems to have a pet. We've got some chain boots, and we did get chest plate. So yeah, 12 accuracy is absolutely trash for us. Life 2 resists. It's starting to get to the point now where we might have to swap our boots out. I don't think that's quite good enough yet. 12 strength, 9 armor, but we need the flame totem. See, this is where the colour of the sockets becomes important as well. You can't just go for, oh, this has got the best stats. But anyway, that's that quest done. We'll just head to the next area, following the path. Bit of a weird route, but here we go, crossroads. Now the crossroads is there's a path leading up, and then it splits off into like technically 4 directions. One of them being the way we came. So again, you just follow the path, and you'll get there. And the waypoint is always like in the center of the crossroads, so it's rather easy to. Like, yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed to find the waypoint. Bone offering spell will take it. Mobs can drop spells that they don't actually use as well, so it's not like, yeah, if anybody was wondering about that. So here's the waypoint, so we know here's the split. One area, what's very, very useful to farm for levels and for equipment, is the Fell Shrine Ruins. And just like the Legend Act 1, it's an awesome area for farming, and here it is. It's always on this side of the crossroads, so we're going to clear this entire area out, I think, because it's pretty good. It's fairly easy. If you're struggling for gear, just whatever difficulty you're on, if you can get here, then you're pretty much bound to find a little bit of something that will help. Hybrid Flask got heals life and mana, which I'm not really too fussed about, to be honest. Wait, how much mana does it heal? 70 mana. I could potentially swap that out for one of these. We'll do the top one, because eventually we are not going to be using mana at all. We're going to be using life to cast spells, so I don't need mana potions eventually. So about around like maybe level 40. I don't know exactly the level, but it's going to be around there. This area hasn't got like any super high chance of uniques or anything. There's just a lot of fairly easy mobs and nothing too like stressful in here. Looks like there's a glacial shrine thing here. I'm going to put my thing outside of it, and then I'll run in and get it. Ah, the damage. So I'd say if I level it up, we'll see it goes from 48 reserve mana to 61. But the mana regen does improve. There is a fine balancing act for those as well. And there's quite a few chests here as well, which are always worthwhile opening. And boulders and stuff like that as well. Definitely want to open all those. I probably would farm this area maybe twice, depending on how I felt my gear was. I don't feel like super strong at the minute, even though I'm sort of like wrecking everything. Some of my gear is like not optimal. I did just find a yellow wand. Adds 1 to fire, increased cast speed, increased projectile speed. There's no way it's going to be better than that. 6 to 12. Yeah, so you 6 to 12 fire damage, that's probably why that's so good actually. There's no way that wand is going to be better. Some of these just to speed things up. I sort of like just run across the map, I sort of sweep it. And kill like groups as I go. I do think we're probably going to end up leveling up in here. But yeah, like I said, if you can get here, then you've got a pretty damn good chance of farming for some pretty alright items. Rallying Cry, we'll level it up. The other gems we can't do anything with because we don't have the dex again, I already know. So yeah, gear with dex would be quite useful. You don't get like tributes either for leveling up unlike most RPGs. everything you get is through the passive tree. We've been putting points into the entire game. I thought that was a crow member. It's not linked, sadly. So there we go. We gained another level, and we're going to put that point into there, which is going to be very nice. That gives us like some elemental resistances. It's going to be fairly useful. There is another freezing shrine. I don't know exact chances of having, sort of like two of the same shrines around the same area, but little guy can take care of them. But yeah, if you like look here, we've like already a quarter through the next level, and you can see how like easy this area's been. It's been absolutely like nothing at all difficult. We haven't found any amazing gear, but we've found some fairly decent gear, I guess. No, we haven't. We've not even had a gear upgrade. I guess we found lots of currency. That's kind of what I meant. Usually you do find sort of more blue groups than this. Oh, speak of the devil. And this is going to be the rest of it, maybe? Nope. Generally find rather large blue groups, and they're the ones that have to come out of the ground, so you can pretty much kill them by the time they're like finished climbing out of the ground, which is really nice. A little bit unfortunate for them. 17%, that's huge. Once again, got little iron scale gauntlets. You know what? Attacks, evasion rate and accuracy, all of those stats are pretty useless for me. I'm gonna equip that. Excuse me. I apologise. Holy shit. I'm allergic to chrome items. I'm gonna equip added lightning damage into this. My flame totem now is going to do stupid amounts of DPS. And I can get rid of that shitty armour. The strength's going to be more useful because it's going to, like, obviously, with flame totem being a red gem, it's going to need strength when it levels up and stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, there we go. We found some blue gloves. What have got 3 linked sockets of different colours. The colours we need, really. I guess it could have been better had it been 4 linked and maybe another red. Then I could have put added fire damage on here. I know that isn't the gems we need. I don't know what that guy is. Solmon. We'll kill it though. Gives us another rather nice crab. But yeah, like I said, we've got a level up in here, so I will go and check 2 acts and just kind of show you guys what I was on about, how you can sort of act surf, I guess would be the term. I don't know what you'd call it. How much time do we have? Not much left. There is a blue group. I'll kill these, and then we're going back to town. Superior Great Mana Flask. Very nice. And we're going to go back to town, and we're going to very quickly sell our stuff. There's nothing I want to keep, is there? Apart from the flasks. Just those 2 flasks, so. So yeah, 3 chromes. We don't want that ring either. Everything else we do want to keep. Stash. You can chuck these in stash, even though like you buy items with them. The game knows to just take it out of your stash, which is rather nice of it. So 17, that's 27%. Born offering we'll chuck there. We're not going to use it, but so yep, there you go. See, like I said, Act 2 can also have them. It's always worthwhile to have a look. Sometimes they can have like 4 links as well. Sometimes they can have like gear that is actually better than yours, which sounds a bit weird that like a shop would, because you generally aren't taught that in games. I'm going to get a new belt here. I'm going to get the one with life, I think. Life is always useful. It's not bad. Could have been slightly better, but I can't complain. It was free. And I will sell that one now. I just forgot the first time, if you was wondering why I kept onto it. Oops, I didn't even see their items. Nope, nothing there. Then, like I said, all we'd do is jump over to Act 1. I'm not going to be doing this too much. I was going to say on camera, but I'm not playing this character off camera. And there you go, second crumb from Act 1. That could have been one, but sadly isn't. See, they're pretty nice, just for the colours. See if Nessa has one. Nope, what other support gems does she have, if any? Incinerate. Storm Call. Yeah, nothing amazing. Added lightning damage, like I could, I guess, buy another one of those. Or like minion damage even. But yeah, you know what? For 1 orb of transmutation, I'm going to buy that and put it next to my summon raging spirit, because it does count as a minion as well, and we are using it quite often, so yeah. So anyway guys, there you go. That's been it for part 2. We've made our way to the crossroads. I've showed you Fell Shrine Ruins. Join me in the next episode when we're going to head the other way. So yeah, I will see you guys then.